Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor. The Daily Compliance News for October 9, 2023, the When Safety Isn't Number One edition. And we begin with that story from the New York Times as an explosion at a chocolate manufacturer, R.M. Palmer Company, occurred after the company failed to evacuate after employees reported smelling gas. 7 workers died in the explosion. In a statement, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration said, ensuring the safety of workers is expected of employers and required by law. The company could have prevented this horrific tragedy by following required safety procedures. The company responded. The statement was inflammatory, callous, and irresponsible. And there you go. You put safety below number one and bad things happen. Next up, from the Financial Times, the Serious Fraud Office has brought corruption charges against 2 former executives at a London mining company and a consultant. They were charged with corruption, giving monetary payments to public officials or other agents of the government of Sierra Leone as inducements for showing favor to the business. The conduct occurred between January 2009 and March 2010. A second count related to a period between 2010 and 2014. A word from the Serious Fraud Office and why it took them almost 10 years to bring these charges, but you have to give them credit. At least the SFO is bringing charges. Next up, a really long list of legal woes of Elon Musk from Reuters. Let me just go through them. Twitter lawsuits regarding his takeover of Twitter. A $56 billion compensation suit by shareholders claiming that pay was too much. We don't have time to list them all, but that gives you a sense of what he is facing. And final story comes to us from Bloomberg, which says that despite MAGA hat-wearing nutbags attacking companies who try to get inclusion in the workforce, it turns out that companies want to do that because, of course, it's good for business. And it is what this generation of employees want. So millennials want to have a workforce and workplace that is fair and just. It's just that the right-wing nutbags don't want that. Hope you have a great week from Daily Compliance News. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.